Hey, welcome back to the Mr. Excel Netcast. I'm Bill Jell.
Basically, you start out with massive amounts of data. You say, how are we going to analyze this? Well, let's fire up a pivot table and see if we can solve this problem.
Hey, I've got a couple of cool formulas for today. Welcome back to the Mr. Excel Netcast. I'm Bill Jellin. Today, question sent in via Facebook from Ram. Ram has a big, large word up here in cell A1. He needs to break that out letter by letter by letter and count how many times the letters occur. So, very easy. We're going to say equal mid of this big, large word up here. Press F4, and then we want to start at the right position. So, we're going to say row of 1:1. That's just a geeky way of writing the number 1. The nice thing is it will change to 2 as we copy it down for a length of 1. So there's our first letter, and as we copy that down, it gives us all the letters in a formula. Check that out. The row of 1 to 1 changes to 2 to 2. That gives us the second character, then the third character, and the fourth character, and the fifth character. If you would need that to go across, then you would use column of A:A. All right, and then Ram says, I need to count how many times each thing occurs. Well, that's just a simple little count if. Look through all these letters over here and see if it's equal to this particular letter, and we get our count. So I sent that off to Ram, and I said, you know, I would bet that you probably only want to see the letter A appear once. And he says, yeah, it has to be unique. This was so easy. And now it's so hard. Shoot, I shouldn't have even asked, right? I should just send it back and hope that he was happy. Now one solution is just to come here, select that whole area, insert, pivot table, OK. Put the letters down the left-hand side, put the letters in the sum of values, and there's every letter and how many times it occurs. Of course, that's not a formula solution. So, the only thing I can come up with here, I bounced this one off of Mike to see if maybe it would be a good dueling podcast, and Mike says, oh, yeah, this is an ugly one. The only thing I could come up with is this big, huge array formula. The array formula tries to do a find. It says, let's go look for the first letter in the text. And when we get that, see if the find is equal to the particular row. So in other words, look for that first A and see if it's in row 1. If it is, then I want the A. Otherwise, I want quote, quote. So what that's going to do is when we find the first A, it'll say, well, this is at 1. Oh, good, I'm in row 1. Let's give me that. But when I'm down here later on, we get wherever the next A is. I don't know. Let's see. It's down here in about the 11th character. It'll say, hey, well, I'm currently looking at the 11th character. Where's the find? The find is in the first position, and so that's not a match, and we're going to get blanks. All right, so I press Control-Shift-Enter, copy that down, and what you get then is you get the unique letters, but then you just get blank spaces where nothing is found. And now, unfortunately, we can't do a COUNTIF because we don't have all the letters, so we have a SUMPRODUCT out here. SUMPRODUCT, kind of an unusual use of SUMPRODUCT. What I did was I said, go through, look for the mid of A1, give me all the values from 1 through 29, and see if that's equal to the current value, A. Had to put a minus before that, so we're really only just taking an array of trues and falses, converting them to ones and zeros, and then summing them up to come up with that answer. So really, overall, a very, very ugly question from Ram. You wouldn't expect that something that tough would come in from Facebook, right? Facebook is supposed to be fun. Not in this case. So, hey, if you have a better solution, maybe a macro or UDF or something, feel free to shoot me a note, bill@MrExcel.com. Make sure to stop by tomorrow for a dueling podcast where Mike and I take a look at a very interesting problem. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another netcast from Mr. Excel.
Well, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another netcast from Mr. Excel.